Hey YouTube, Wagwan. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I'm working on this Honda Passport. I'm gonna do a transmission oil change. So according to the data, it take 3.5 quart during the transmission change. I have one right here, and this is the type of transmission oil it take. And guys, you want to put the correct oil in your transmission. You don't want to put wrong oil, because it's going to affect the life of your transmission. It's going to also affect the shift quality of the transmission, so make sure you get these oil. The prices of these oil is 30 something dollars a bottle, so you want to make sure you get a good funnel, because we ain't gonna waste one of them bottles. So let me pull up let me see if this is it. Yep, it is $30 right here. Let me pull it up. It's $30.53 a bottle for the oil itself, for one bottle. So we get four. Also, there should be three of these right here. This is the part number if you want to get this. I just ordered one. This alone is $55. I think that's crazy, so I just ordered one. It should be three of them there. It should be one at the bottom, two at the bottom, one at the top. Let me see if I can show you the one at the top. And remove this cover right here. Alright, so we remove this cover just to get some space. Remove that just to get some space. Alright guys, so now we get some light. You can see that down there, that plug right there. That's gonna be 8mm Allen key. So you just need to hit that with an extension. I saw and you just need an extension to go down there and make sure your funnel fit down there. So that's all we need to do so far. There's some procedure that you gotta go through, which I'm not gonna do. I'm just gonna drain the oil, and make sure your transmission is not leaking. If your transmission is not leaking, then you don't need to go through all the process. That's, you gotta drain the oil, make sure it reach the correct temperature, and then add oil. Also, the engine, you want to make sure it's cool, make sure it's not hot at all. So now I'm doing this early in the morning. So I leave it overnight. I know it's cool. I don't start the engine or anything. The reason being, when you start, when oil or anything get hot, it expand. So I don't want it to expand. So I want it to keep the same temperature as it would be in the bottle. So when I drain it, I'm gonna catch it somewhere. I'm gonna measure it, make sure it's the same amount of oil that I take out. It's the same amount of oil I'm gonna put in, and then I'm gonna go in, circle the gears, go through the gear, and then rev it a little bit in neutral, and then give it a little bit of drive, and we can see how it goes there. Also, I will be showing you the correct procedure at the end of the video on the computer. So if you guys want to take that route, you have that route to take also. But I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to, if I drain 3.5 quart out, I'm going to put 3.5 quart in. And that should take care of all that. I know it's long. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're underneath the vehicle. The transmission gonna be closer to your left wheel, and this right here is gonna be 8mm, which are already loose. Make sure you have your pan underneath there, and I'm just gonna unscrew it, and I'm gonna let it drain. Also do it on a level surface. So this lever, you might need to put it on 4-jack stand if you need to, but I don't really need to put it on 4-jack stand. It's good right there. So I'm just gonna let that drain. And once it's drained and then it stop, I'm just gonna take this, pour it in something that I can measure it in. And once I measure that, I'm just gonna go ahead and add the same amount of fluid I take out. Also, guys, I got this from Amazon. This is what I'm gonna use to like measure how much quart I take out. So we have one, two, three, three and a half. So I'm gonna measure how much I'm gonna pour however much quart I take out of this, out of the transmission in this. And once I see where it is, I'm just gonna mark it. I remember where it was. And then, so guys, this right here is our drain plug with our washer. We put in a brand new one right there. This right here is $55, guys. So keep that in mind. When I heard it was $55, I was gonna order two, one for the top and one for the bottoms. And I heard it was $55. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna reuse the top one and change the bottom one, since the top one is just to fill it up. So I'm gonna go ahead, wipe it off. All right, guys. So I'm gonna make sure we wipe the surface. Our surface is clean. We're gonna go ahead and install. All right, so we're just gonna wipe that out a little bit more and snug it up. If you don't have the torque spec, I will also put the torque spec at the end of the video, guys, because I'm gonna go over the whole thing so you guys can see the torque spec. But if you don't have the torque spec, you can just snug it up. So guys, it's time to get our measurement. I already tightened up the drain plug already, so we're gonna come over here. We're gonna catch our measurement. So guys, I have a little bit over 3 quart. That's what I'm measuring that. So what I'm gonna do is throw this out, clean out the inside, and then I'm gonna add the amount of oil that I take out in this one, and then pour it back in the transmission, and that should take care of all. That's good. So also, guys, please go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. I will leave a link in the description for all the things that I'm using right here. All right, so now what we're gonna do is shake this up, as I said, and I'm gonna pour it in there. So guys, we add our new ATF fluid in there, and we make sure to have it at the mark that we take it out from, that it was at. So come back over here. Want to make sure we have no dirt on top of the transmission that's gonna fall in when we open the transmission drain fill plug. All right, guys. So since that's in there, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get this. We're gonna just pour this in. Make sure we get all this in the transmission. You don't want to make a mess. Once again, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, and the link will be in the description for all these measuring equipments that I'm using. Just gonna let this drain some, so make sure we get the correct amount of quarts in there. So we're pretty much done at this point. We just need to put the transmission in gear, let it circulate throughout the system, and So let me show you what the procedure should be like. All right, guys. So this is the whole procedure, what it should be like. So right here at the bottom, we're gonna have our drain plug. This is what you just see me take out. And then right over here, this is the plug beside the differential, beside the axle. This is a plug to check the level. I didn't touch that one because I just take out 3.5 quart, a little bit over 3.5 quart, and I put back a little bit over 3.5 quart. So there's no need to like check it because that's what was in it, and it was running fine. So that's what it is. So step one, lift the vehicle. So we need to lift the vehicle. Step two, we need to connect the Honda diagnostic whatever it is to the transmission. And then three, we need to remove the transmission drain plug, which is A right here. Install once it drain out, once we remove and drain the ATF, we need to install a new drain plug, which is what I just did. If it's the all-wheel drive model, same thing. Remove check the drain lever plug, the check the lever plug to check it. Same thing without all-wheel drive, it's the same thing. With and without all-wheel drive, it's the same thing. Refill the transmission with a type 3 until it overflow throughout the B hole. Oh. That sounds so wrong, but whatever. I didn't make it. I had to pause for a little bit. Anyway, so back. So once we temporarily install the old lever plug, we're gonna turn the vehicle on. We're gonna enter the VSA mode, start the engine, shift the transmission to the sport position, and then we're gonna shift to run the vehicle in each gear. So the wheel's supposed to be spinning, which I skipped that step. So if you guys want, you guys can do that, or you can do it my way. Do not apply sudden brakes when stopping it, and also you must not pass fourth gear. So you're gonna wait 10 seconds in each gear, then you shift to the other one, then you're gonna stop at fourth gear and wait 10 seconds, and then you slowly press the pedal to come to a stop. Shift the transmission in park, then raise the engine speed to around 2000 RPM for a couple of seconds to ensure the torque converter is full, which we're gonna do this part, then we're gonna drive it. We're gonna also run it through the gear while it's sitting still. And also we're gonna remove the drain plug right here to check it while the engine is running, and if it's pouring out, we're gonna let it pour out till it stops pouring out, and then immediately install a new drain plug, a new lever check plug, which we're not gonna do because I didn't open that one. So, and then turn the engine off, and that's it. You're good to go. So if you have where you can lift it up, that would be okay. And if you don't have where you can lift it up, it's okay as well too. Either way, it's the same. I take out 3.5 quart and I put back 3.5 quart, and I'm gonna keep it in gear for a few seconds through all the gears, not gonna pass fourth gear. And also when I do that, I'm gonna rev the engine up so I can make the transmission reach, like make sure the torque converter is full. So anyway, back to the vehicle. Alright guys, so I put back my plugs down there, put back this cover, snug them up, tighten them up. That's good. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and start the vehicle now. So we're just gonna start the vehicle, let it run for a few seconds. So that's just to like get the little get the fluid moving. I'm gonna go ahead and shift it to sport. gonna hit. So I'm just improvising because I'm not on a lift, so my tire is not rotating, so I can't shift to fourth gear. I can shift to second, and I can shift to one, and I can shift to park, and I can shift to reverse, and I can shift to D. So I'm gonna leave it in D for 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna put it in sport for another 10 seconds. Then I'm gonna shift to two for another 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna shift to, and I'm just gonna go to neutral and reverse and park. So that's how it's gonna be. And now we're gonna put it in right here just to pull the torque converter. Put it to 2000 RPM to pull the torque converter. So guys, I'm gonna show you how to reset your maintenance for your transmission on your Honda Passport, Honda Pilot, Honda Ridgeline, and the Odyssey. So we're gonna come in the entertainment system right here. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna turn off the radio because we don't need. So guys, I thought I was showing you guys, but for some reason the phone bugged out. So to reset your maintenance, you wanna go here in settings. So you wanna press home, go in settings, come down to vehicle, and then you wanna go all the way down to information. You would see your transmission right there, and you would see transmission and whatever service you have to do to reset it. You will just hit that right there and then hit reset. But I'm gonna hit reset for that. So that's how you would reset your transmission oil, your engine oil. That's how you reset it. Whatever service maintenance in here, maintenance service in here, you just reset it that way. I changed my transmission oil and I reset it because that one came up, and I thought I was videoing, but I wasn't. But either way, it's the same procedure to do that, to do them. I'm gonna go ahead and change my oil now.